Hey guys, this is Philip from Blockly. I'm excited to share this new released update for Blockly with you in this video. We're going to be going through some of the latest features that we have just released for the BuddyBoss app, and we're going to start out with Gamipress. So you can see here we have a Gamipress achievement block, and this block actually shows the user the number of steps that they have completed with this really nice animated circle rings to show them the rate at which they are completing the steps in the achievements within your app. So now this is going to really help to get people engaged, to drive engagement within your community, and get people to start engaging and performing some of those actions within your BuddyBoss app. So here, if I go and click on see details, it will take us into the details screen. And here you can see all of the steps that are associated with that particular achievement. In this case, here I have 4 steps that are associated with this achievement. And of course, each of these steps are clickable to take you to the specific place where you would have to perform that action. So if I click on my profile picture to the top right corner, it takes you to your BuddyBoss profile. And then of course, I can click on any of these steps here. Right here, I've just set a URL there, which I'm going to show you how to do that when you are setting up your achievements in Gamipress. Now, right out of the gate, we release 3 styles. So you have 3 options to choose from. And these blocks are fully customizable. So all these colors that you're seeing here, the background color, the rain color, the text color, everything here, you can customize that to fit your own app brand. So we've got the second one here, which is a list of this in this order right here. So I click that, the same thing. And the cool thing also is you can see here, if nobody has earned this achievement, when you come in here, this screen will dynamically say, hey, people who earned this badge will display here, be the first. Now, if someone has actually earned that badge, then it's going to show you the list of those people who have earned the badge. And then the third style or option for this block is this one here, where you have this grid of all of your achievements. Now, this is user specific. Now, you can see that the achievements that are highlighted, or the badges that are highlighted, are the badges or achievements that the user has actually earned. The ones that they have not yet earned, those are grayed out. So that kind of gives them a visual cue of their progress. And of course, if you click on the see all, you're going to come in here and it's going to show you all of the badges or achievements or whatever you call them. And I will show you how to really customize this in the back end using the BuddyBoss app. So let's jump in and see how to do that. So right here, we are in the WordPress backend, and I have my phone on the right corner so you can see what we're doing here. Now, all you have to just do is update your Blockly plugin to the latest version, which is 2.7.0. Once you do that, and then you come to your app page, you can now find that there's a new block from Blockly now called the achievement card. Now, there's nothing to do other than just simply update the plugin, and then you go ahead and come here so you can see the achievement card here. You click that and drag that into an app page. So here I have this achievement card, and it's represented by this first card that has a white background and then a dark foreground behind it. Now, with all of our blocks, you can customize all of the settings in those blocks using the block settings here. So you can see here, in this case, I've actually hidden the achievement block title. So let's call this badges, right? So if we call this badges, and then I unhide this, and then of course you can also set the see all translation text, which is the text that is going to show for the see all. So I click update here, and now if I refresh the app page, you can see here, see the block title says badges, and then you have the see all text, and you can click on that see all and it will take you there. And the way we design this, in this case, for this particular block here, I only selected a specific achievement. So you can see here, I have selected the Rising Star achievement, but if I turn this off and set this to all achievements and save this, what it's going to do is that it's going to list all of those achievements. But of course, you want to use these settings to filter the achievements that you show in a particular block at any point in time. So if I refresh this page right now, so you can see here, it's listing 2 achievements for me. Why is it listing 2 achievements? Because here I have set the number of items to be displayed. So if I delete this and just make that empty, then it's going to pull all of the achievements or all of the badges. However you have structured your Gamipress achievements, it's going to pull all of them in. And so we're going to refresh this page. So you can see here, it's pulling all of my achievements in here. And of course, when I go to the see all, it's going to show me all of my achievements. So you want to filter that. And so in my case here, I'm basically just showcasing just one specific achievement. And that's why I selected that and made that specific. And then I also hid the block title. Now, as this is refreshing, we talk about these fields that are here. So these are the different fields that you can use to customize a specific block. In this case, what is the C details? So you can see here that we have excuse me here. So this is where you can see here, we have this get started text here. You can change it by just simply using this text one here and typing anything you want here, and it will replace this get started text here. And then this one here, I can say go to action, because this one is used inside the achievement details screen where we saw those steps. So let me just save this and then I'll refresh this page. You can see here the heading is hidden. If I go into it now and go here to see details, you can see here that go to action, which is text 2, is what we are seeing here, which is this CTA here that you can use to actually go to the specific link for that particular step, while the text 1 is used for the CTA that is in the block component itself. And you can always swap out the blocks, the styles. So in this case, I'm using template 2. Template 1 is this one right here. You can see here, that's template 1. So if you click on that, it still takes you in there. And then I can swap that out to template 3 as well. In this case, this is template 3. And so it's very simple. Now, one thing here is this step icon URL. You can see this step icons that you're seeing here. You can actually replace them by simply, when you add the block to the app page, you can simply come to this place where it says step icon URL and just provide the URL to an icon, which should be in the form of a PNG or a JPEG, that will be used to replace this step icon. If you didn't put anything in that field, then it's going to default to this default icon that is in here. Now, all the colors here can be fully customized. So if we go back here, so let's actually swap this back to style 2. Now you can see here the primary text color, which is actually the block title. So in our case here, so if I refresh my page here, so you can see here, here I have set. Now, what is interesting is, of course, you can see that I have multiple instances of this achievement block here, but each one of them can be customized to look different. So the first one here, I have border radius, rounded corners on it, whereas the second one here, I don't have rounded corners around it. So you can use the settings in the block setting here. You can actually set the primary text color, the accent color. The accent color maps to the steps. So where it says remove an activity post in a group feed, the name of the steps or the step name is mapped to the accent color, the meta text color, which is the 2 of 3 steps, 1 of 2 steps, 6 of 7 steps. Then the meta text background color. Now that one is being used when you go inside the achievement screen itself. If you scroll down here, you can see that when you come down to where it says earned by, down here, you can see that there is this circle that says 3 plus, that background color right there, and the text inside that 3 plus text, that's a meta text and the meta text color. And then of course, the Android, so here you can control the drop shadows. So for example, in React Native, in the BuddyBoss app, you have separate settings for shadows for Android and iOS. And then you can set the opacity. The opacity controls the shadow, the shadow in iOS, whereas your Android shadow opacity here controls the opacity of your shadow in Android. So in this case here, I can, if I set this to any number between 1 and 10, it will control that. But currently I'm on an iPhone. So, but if you're on an Android, you want to play around with the shadow, you can use the Android shadow opacity. And this is also where you're going to set your border radius for the card. So in this case, it's empty and it's going to default to the one that is hard coded. But if I change this to, say, for example, 6, I make the border radius 6 and then click save here. See here, now we've changed the border radius of that particular block to make it look that way. So I'm going to set it back to 24, or I would just remove it and then it will just default to the default settings there. Now the card background color, right now there is no color set to it. I can change that color. Let's say I want to set that color to purple just for demonstration purposes here. See here, we have just changed that. You can also change the lock background color, which is the background behind the card. So I can set that to, let's set that to orange color here and save. So let's see here, right? We've completely changed this whole thing. Now, like I said, the accent color is used to map the step names. So if I go back to the accent color up here, so primary text color, and I change this accent color, maybe I'll change it to white. Here, and then even the meta text color, which is the step names, so I can also set that one to, maybe let's set that to a yellow here and refresh this page. See, right, we've just changed that. Now when we go down here, we can now go to the progress range. So you have 3 colors for your progress bar. So you have the progress bar color 1, 2, and 3. So this represents those colors that you're seeing there. So in this case here, I can just change this as well. Maybe I can just give this a blue and give this one a pink. I'm just messing around with this, right? And then save this. So you can see, right? We have completely changed that. So this C details here, which is a CTA, you can also customize that color by using the CTA text color. So let's just set that to, maybe you can just set it to this color here. You can see here, that color has actually changed. And just to make this thing look better, I'm just gonna change out the block background color. Instead of having this weird color here, I'm just gonna set this to white. And then I'm just going to update this, and I'm actually going to also update my primary text color here. I'm going to set that to white as well. You can see here, so now we have that. Now, like I told you, you can control the shadow opacity. So let's try the shadow opacity here. So we're going to go down, and here it's currently set at 40%. If I set that to 100%, you're going to see that the shadow behind the card is going to really pop out. But usually you don't want to make your shadows to be too pronounced for your UI cards. That's a design practice. So you can see that shadow is starting to really pop, right? So you can control that. If you want to, now if you just set the opacity, you would only see this reflect in your iOS phone. On the Android, you're not going to see anything change. And that's why you have the second setting here, that is Android shadow opacity. So you can set that between 1 and 12. I mean, pretty much anything between, 4 to to 10 is pretty good for your Android shadow. And of course, if I click in here and go into this card, now I can see those shadows that I've set. They are also being reflected inside the achievement detail screen as well. So you want to make sure that you play around with your shadows to, or you just leave them to the default without putting anything into any of those fields. And you can see that also those green colors that you have selected are also propagated into the achievement detail screen. And now we have set in such a way that those three colors are used here, whereby if a particular step is more than 70%, a different color is used. If it is 50, between 50 and 70, another color is being used. But if it's less than 50, the third color is being used. So in this case, you can have green, yellow, red. Green would be when somebody has reached about 70% or over 70% of a particular step, or that then you use that color green, and you can use any color to match your own theme. So if you see here, in my case, I'm using colors that are matching my theme. And what I love about this is that each of these blocks are so independent of each other when it comes to styling. So you can see here, I have styled this. And when I open it, you can see that the colors in here are different. If I come in here, same thing, the colors here are different. So you could use this to create different layouts, different UI, color combinations. And then right here, it says in the description right under the badge name, it says in order to earn this badge. So this text is actually coming from your Gamipress achievement description. So you can see here, right? So you can see here, this is the badge description, which is the one that is shown to the user when they have not yet earned that particular achievement. But once they earn it, then when they go to the achievement detail screen, they are going to see this congratulations message here. As you can see here in Gamipress, right? So that rising star badge that we have. So these are the steps. And these steps are the steps that are being reflected in those in the blocks and also in the achievement detail screen. And this URL here, so in Gamipress, when you set a step, you have the option to actually enter some type of label. So I would advise you, if you leave this label empty, then Gamipress is going to take this thing here that says publish an activity post in a group and just put it automatically for you. And that's what it's going to show in the block, especially when you go into the achievement detail screen. So I would say if you want to, show something much nicer, then just type in a label here. And then any URL you put in here, that's the URL that is going to be attached to each step, so that when somebody clicks on a step or clicks on the text that says go to action, it will take them to that specific place for them to perform that action, that achievement. So let me know what you guys think, and we're going to be rolling out the ranks block and the points block. So in this release, we only released the achievement block because we want to roll this out one by one so that things don't get too complicated. So by next release, we're going to be releasing the Gamipress ranks badge and Gamipress ranks block and the Gamipress points block. All right, guys, enjoy.